Yo, welcome people. We're about to design this. Let's go straight to it. I'm new to YouTube, so I don't know how to do introductions and stuff. So my first advice is always pick a good song before you design. So let's go. Pick my song. Definitely, it's Asake. Now you get the vibe. So first things first, you import your images. I've already imported my images, so they're on my uploads. But if you want to upload yours, you select from camera after you've gotten your images. So then you place each and every element, arrange them properly, set the frame rates and everything. Then post additional images. For this one, we already have a background, so I don't need the background. I'll remove the background with the background remover tool in the Magic Studio session because Canva has already adjusted their new interface. So you see that one in the Magic Studio session. And we're lucky enough, this image already came with a shadow, like a character with a shadow. So we do not need a shadow effect, but we'll get back to that later. So what I'm doing here is trying to hide the background, like the additional pictures in the background that's still not blending with the worm. You understand the value. So I'll basically add those images and place it behind the worm, so that it will cover up and provide that straight up illusion. And I'll arrange it very well to just make sure everything is clean, professional looking. You know the vibe. Did I just say you know the vibe? Yeah, let's just go. So proper arrangement is put in place, proper layers to make sure everything looks good and clean. So let's take your time, do this, do everything you need to do. Yeah. So next up, after making proper arrangements, all we need to do is arrange. Hold on for a bit. Yeah, so now all we have to do is to remove this character because we only need a shadow. So we go to the Magic Eraser tool in the Magic Studio and choose the tap option, then tap the character, and the AI automatically removes the character. So if there's any other thing left, you go to the brush option, then you stroke the character and the AI makes it vanish. So now we have the shadow we need. I will still teach how to put in a shadow in case if we don't have a shadow later on. So now let's put in our main character, that is the Zendaya photo. So we have to make sure it blends with the colors in the background. Is that we use the normal adjust tools. This one you can just go with anything you feel. Just make sure it blends. You can increase the brightness, fixing the darks, the saturation, the color edits. I basically was just playing around with it till I found the major ones. Like I don't really have a particular option that you should go for, but you can follow all what I did, yeah, in case if you want to recreate. So then you arrange it. Then now you notice underneath is not a full photo. So in order to make it have this illusion that she's into the sand, like she's knee deep into the sand, you have to erase a little bit of the edges to make it feel like a sandy, like a curve. So just provide that quick illusion. You get me? Don't just let it be a straight or a very sharp ending picture. Just make it feel like legs are stuck in the sand, so you have to crop out some things and make the adjustments. Yeah, I'm still trying to make sure the picture blends and everything is linked, like the colors are not just everywhere. Everything's properly arranged. Increase the brightness, reduce the contrast. Those basic things to just make sure everything blends. So now we add the title card. This should be self-explanatory. If you want to create your own title cards with your phones, you can do that, but I skipped that and basically downloaded a title card I saw on Google with the background tool, eraser tool. I erased anything I did not need. So now I want to bring out the colors. I'll have to go to the FX effects and Due Tone. Then I go to the custom. Then I make everything white. So it will pop up every single color need be. So I'm doubling up the picture because I actually want the Dune to shine more than the rest. So I just doubled it up so I can edit and delete the one I don't need later on. Yeah, so I come back to the filters, or I go to the FX tool if I need that one. But now I just choose to just go to the adjust button and increase everything just to make sure the Dune itself shines more than the rest. This is basically a loophole, a quick loophole if you just want the design to be so quick and sharp. So we've done that one. Now we need the Messiah. That one is a picture I downloaded from Google. I'll make sure I provide the links to all these elements for you guys so you can easily download them, and if you want to recreate, you can recreate. So you do the same thing, the dew tone, blah blah blah, make everything white. Make everything white, so, and proper arrangements, proper placements, just make everything look professional. I repeat, you have to make everything look professional. You get me? So now we add the fonts, the name cards. Sorry, I said fonts. I kept my name here because I was feeling fly. Of course, I'll put my name definitely. In this part, network was tricky, so I did the normal Nigerian thing, the airplane mode vibe. Most of my work did not save because I did not know, so I had to redo it. So I added my name again, fixed up the whole thing. Just the same way I did it back then, it should be the same way you do it. You can always go back and fix up this part. So I made sure the colors come out again because the project did not save then because I didn't know my network was funky. Yeah, so pick a font, any font you like that flows. So I picked this one, reduced the size, doubled it again. Like the two layers with the plus symbol is the double up or the copy button. So I doubled it up and edited that one. I made that text a little bit larger than it's up on to differentiate the surname and the name. Yeah, so I grouped it by selecting the layers as underneath, then select the layers, add both of them together and you group it. Then you just use the two paper emoji with the plus button to duplicate. Very fast, very easy. Then you group everything together in the layers option so you can properly arrange them and shift them to make everything align and professional. The main goal is to just make everything look professional. You just have fun with your designs and make sure it looks professional. That was the previous one. So now I want to adjust the worm to make the worm also blend with the rest of it. So the necessary adjustments, reducing the contrast, doing this, doing the highlights. Just always have fun with your design. The way I do my work, I make sure I have fun with it. So basically I'm listening to music at this moment, so I'm just vibing and bumping my head and stuff. And I was just catching the vibe, I was just having a cruise, and you get me. So the necessary adjustment, the clarity, just have fun with your design always. Don't be too professional when you're making a professional design sometimes. Yeah. So this is if you want to make a shadow, since the original picture provided us with a shadow. Yeah, so get your picture, take it out from the background as usual. I want to increase the brightness so you can see. So we used a skew image app. Basically, the skew image was already meant to make this picture skew instead of me going to my photo library, but something happened and it did not work. So I had to improvise by choosing file and going to my photo library and bringing out the image back. Yeah, so that's what I did here. Went through my photo library, blah blah blah, brought back the image, imported it, then now I had to skew it from here. So I did the proper arrangement. I didn't properly arrange this image because it was meant to skew a little bit more, but I just went with it and removed the background. So now you use your dew tone, and your dew tone is in your FX tool. The reason why you want to use your dew tone here is to make it have a shadow effect. This is just basically me just testing out the arrangements to see how I want the shadow to be. So I think I've arranged it this way, and I feel this one should work fine. So then go to the FX tool and go to dew tone and go to custom and make every color black. Once you do that, you already have your shadow effects. Basically, that's just the loophole around it if you don't want to use their own shadow effects. So sometimes the shadow effects don't really go well. So you place the layer behind your picture to give it that shadow effect. Then you arrange it. I didn't skew the image well. If I did it well, it would be easy. I wouldn't need to be bending and turning. So, but still, I didn't skew it well, so I still had to improvise as always. So, proper arrangement, then reduce the transparency to make sure it has that shadowy effect. So, yeah, I'm making proper arrangements now. Then I've gotten what I wanted. This is how it's going to look. You've already gotten your shadow effect. That way, that's simple. So I went back to my image and it's done. We're good.